What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central. It has been a full day already. Of World of Warcraft Season of Discovery Phase 4. Been very busy as a feral druid. Very, very busy indeed. Finding runes, getting new spells, leveling, grinding out reputation. We're going to talk a little bit about Hero Wars for now, though. Talk about Hero Wars a little bit. Okay. Orion is the best made to deal with it. I love it. Bronzebeard Ale. Oh man, no, I haven't had alcohol in a couple of weeks. So that's a lie. I had some 4th of July. Not really since then. Trying to figure out the best in slot items. You know, waiting for somebody to, all I got to do is just put my head down and level. I'm almost level 54. The expansion went live yesterday afternoon, and I was already level 50, and the level cap got added up to 60. I'm already level 54. I'm going to try for 55, 56 before we go check out some live music a little bit later today. But for now, let's talk about Hero Wars news. Let's say hi to the chat first while we discuss the Emerald Word of the Day. The Emerald Word of the Day is !Orion, because Orion is getting Ascension skills on Hero Wars Dominion Era. But let's say hi to chat. Let's start with the YouTube guild members and D. Warman first. Good to see you, D. Warman. I see a penguin there in the live stream. Turbo Brian is here, telling people to click that like button. Scott K is here, the longest tenured YouTube guild member, most experienced, most wise. Glenn Malvasso, watching as always from Connecticut. Nobody 92 is here. Let's see. Louis Carr F is here. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Kevin Orman is here. Welcome back to the live stream, Kevin. 47 months, almost 4 years. Goodness. Robert Catania is here. We got a good crew going today. All you got to do is type in !Orion to get entered into the get a chance to get entered into the end of month drawing. Wow, I cannot speak today. I'm tired, guys. I've been up since 6:30 doing some nonsense. There was a 1-hour maintenance of this dumb game, and I took that opportunity to eat and go to the gym. And I even came back early to see if the servers were up, and they were up. So here we go. Let's go. Okay. Hero Wars news for July 12th, 2024. We got a skin sale. All right. So this is Hero Wars mobile thing. I don't know what all this is. The skin sale, it's all recent skins in the last 6 months that you might have missed. We have the winter skins from 2023/24. We have the masquerade skins from just this past April. We have the spring skins from whenever they were. The romantic skins from February. The lunar skins from just a couple of weeks ago, or maybe those were last year's skins. And then a bunch of other stuff. Okay, now, the big thing that everybody cares about are these skins. Do not be misdirected by the skins, guys. They will be available for skin certificates soon. The next skins that are going to be rotated, that are going to be available for skin certificates, are going to be the winter skins. Sometime in the next month, you will buy the winter skins with skin certificates. Do not spend 15,000 emeralds today, please. Please do not do that. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't recommend you buy any of these skins unless you absolutely need them. Right? Unless you absolutely have to have the skins. And don't get me wrong, the Heidi skin dressed up like his little snake pet, absolutely gorgeous skin. I'm super jealous on Hero Wars Facebook and the web. Do not buy these skins. Waste. What I do want you guys to focus on is some of these other items. Not a great value, but there really isn't a direct way to buy Chaos Cores as much as you can get here, anywhere else. Same thing can be said for the Rune Spheres and the Rune Stones, right? You have the VIP shop that lets you buy some of this stuff, but it's like once per day, right? everything in that shop is a worse deal than elsewhere. I don't disagree with you, but, you know, for example, like I said, the VIP shop, you have to have the VIP level, and you can only buy them once per day. Like 2,500 for 15, right? 3,750 for 15. You can spend more to get more. It's worth mentioning there. You can spend more to get more, right? So that's one piece. The other news is well, we have the continuation of the Heroes Brawl event. Secrets of the Dungeon is going to go live Sunday nights. So we have, let's see, the Brawl event hasn't changed at all, I don't think, right? There isn't any additional, all right, there isn't any additional changes to the Brawl event. It's the same as it was previously. Yeah, there's no locked in heroes. It's the same as it was. I don't know if it's the team that I have is still the 100% best win rate team. This isn't the team that I used on my other account, but I can't imagine it's going to be that far off. Seems like it's a pretty solid team. Yeah, I haven't lost with this yet. I haven't lost with that team yet. And then, of course, we have the Soleil Event. We're a couple of days into it. It's been 54 hours-ish since I last attempted one of these activities. And, yeah, you can keep on going with it if you want. Huge tip for with task completion. Redis, what are you referencing there? Believe it or not, the Rune Spheres are a better value with emeralds at 4x than buying the bundles during the Rune Spheres event. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Robert. Yeah. Continuing on to the news, onto Hero Wars Dominion Era. Orion got his Ascension skills. We'll spend a little bit more time talking about that in just a little bit. And then the Golden Thread event is back. What I like about this Weaving Patterns events, not only are we double dipping it with Guardians of Outland, which Guardians of Outland is a great event. Golden Thread, the Weaving Patterns event is way better than it was last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. But it's still not it's not an amazing event unless you can complete the task. You know, the thread is at the bottom of the task. That's where it really comes in. But they listened to our feedback and they brought back oh yeah, you got it right. They brought back an old event. You know, they heard our feedback and they kiboshed the Weaving Patterns event that we didn't like. And because they had to push the Hero Brawl event back, featuring Orion, because they had to push that event back, they gave us, they're like, here we go. You know, we heard you that you didn't like this. Here's how it used to be. Why is it that Facebook and web can pivot so quickly, but mobile can't? Like, mobile just doesn't care, or they just have less staff, or maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just less staff. I don't know. But if you want to take advantage of the double dipping, spend some emeralds, spend some energy today. You have Weaving Patterns. You have Guardians of Outland. Right. Now, as far as leaks and stuff from elsewhere, there really hasn't been any additional anything, with the exception on Hero Wars Mobile. We have this huge batch of code, which I have no idea what it means. Talisman Sale Shop, not enough, you know, yada, yada, yada. I have no idea what all that's referencing. And then on Hero Wars Dominion Era, they had an update to the Weaving Patterns quest on the back end that it doesn't really matter. It's just a little bit. It's a little bit more on top of what we already have. So I wouldn't worry too much about those leaks. I did get, who tagged me here? Why am I being tagged in this channel? No idea what that was. Yeah. So today I thought we'd do a little bit of time. We'd spend a little bit of time. Well, we could finish our Soleil event. You know. Spend a little bit of energy on Soleil. Away we go. See what we can do here. We might lose. I think we'll be okay, though. Yeah, we're grinding them down. Thanks, Julius. Okay. Crazy. Okay, I can finally... Yes, I'm going to turn down this unique offer. Are you kidding me? Okay, so now I have 24, and that's as far as I can go. I need 35, so I need 11 hours until I can get more of those. Can I collect? I can collect some more energy for logging in, and let's do that. I can do the next one, right? 35? Oh, I can. Nice. Nice. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Don't have the resources. Took me 5 attempts at 50 energy each to beat level 7 Amira. That's rough. It should be maxed heroes, guys. It should be maxed. This whole activity should be maxed heroes. Are we ever going to get a reasonably priced chance to get previously released talismans? Scott K, I hope so. I hope so. I don't have any confirmation, but I hope so. We definitely gotta upgrade our Soleil. Yeah, there we go. Got a 2-star Soleil. 5,000 to get a 3-star Soleil. Okay. You can retreat. Of course, like Robert said, I can go to the Path to Great... Nope, not this one. I can go to the Price of Harmony, and I can do some tower chests every day. Fight in the arena every day to get some... Oh, no. It's just tower chests and win battles in Outland. Yeah. To get more energy. James. Yeah. Oh, man. Where's his belt? Does Soleil not have a belt? There are so many freaking heroes in this game, man. Am I blind? There you are. I don't know. Whose belt? You can't even see his belt. He's floating. Guy's got incredibly flexible hip flexors, though. Where we're going, we don't need a belt. That's great. Oh, man. I wish I had more positive things to say about mobile, you know? I wish I had something on the horizon to talk about. It looks like Alina might still be on vacation. Yeah, it looks like Alina might still be on vacation, so I don't know. Oh. Here's an official response from something. I don't know what this is from. This was posted in the Discord, I guess. Very weird answer to the official mods, specifically targeting Italians. Feeling like all players are leaving. Let me begin by stepping back, as it seems these issues affect you not only as a moderator expected to provide answers, but also as a fellow player. Is this like somebody like answering a moderator? Every game goes through phases where players come and leave, whether it's Hero Wars or another game, regardless of platform. There comes a point where players ask themselves, do I want to continue? Some decide to move on and find new games. The longer we engage with the game ourselves, the more we witness cycles of other player retention and departure. Regardless of the promises or visions we offer for the future, if a player loses interest and motivation, they will leave. In such situations, the worst action we can take is to provide false hope. Also, it is worth noting that the community we see on social networks and in-game represents only a small part of the overall player base, even in specific regions like Italy. Yeah, why do they mention Italy specifically? I can assure you that the number of active Italian players generally stays within expected levels. This may differ from what we see in our Discord channels. Yeah, the thing we got to keep in mind, guys, is, you know, whenever we make broad statements about... What's up, Green Dragon? Welcome back. Brian, it seems like she goes on vacation as soon as there's a big event. Like every time there's a big event, she's gone. We got to remember that the vast majority of the player base we will never see. Like the vast majority of players, if the 10 to 30,000 new players per day is true, which who knows if that's actually accurate or if it's made up numbers. If the 10 to 30,000 players per day across the entire platform, across all platforms is true, you gotta imagine that the vast majority of the player base is floating around somewhere between level 3 and level 30. Right? Level 3 is where you finish the introductory phase of the game. And 30 is whenever you can join a guild and start being visible, like in Bronze League, and Silver League, and Gold League, and Global Championships, and Clash of Worlds on Facebook and web, right? So I would imagine that disproportionately the amount of players that are in that window are much larger than we can fathom, than we can really wrap our head around. And obviously that's where the biggest churn takes place, is those first couple of weeks where players are joining, and then they, do they make it to level 10? Like what percentage of new players make it to level 3? What percentage makes it to level 10? What percentage makes it to level 30 or whatever the next kind of threshold is between 10 and 30? I just say that because 10 is like arena and the first new activity, and then 30 is when the game kind of opens up for you. About 5 days worth of play to make level 30 if they don't quit. Okay. Yeah, and then, the spending player base, they spend, whatever it is, $148 or $154 or whatever per month. I bet a lot of those players are people that, buy one thing and then never play the game ever again, right? No live stream associated with the mobile release either. It looks like the redheaded stepchild got kicked again. Yeah, I haven't heard from Daniel in a minute. I should probably message Daniel again. Every time I say that, I message him. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Trucking along, doing this, doing that. Who knows? Do they count account on each server a new player or per account that is made? Asubio Jr., that's the thing, is they can massage the numbers however they want. But the financial documents has it labeled as active players is a player that has logged in once in a month at all, right? So you track monthly active users as users that have logged in once. I don't know if that means they log into one account and then log into another account, but how many people have multiple accounts? I imagine it's a lot of people, but is it a large percentage of people? Is it a majority of people have multiple accounts? I have one main account on Facebook, and I have 1.5 main accounts on mobile. One main account that I don't show, and then one account that I do show. So, I mean, does that count? Does that mean that I'm counted as 3 players? Because I have a Facebook account, a mobile account, and then another mobile account? It could be. It could be that I'm being tracked as 3 players. That's awesome, Orion. That's really cool. That's really lucky. James, I hear you, man. I count as 3. It's 1 login info. Yeah, it's it is 3 separate accounts. And it's not even, but I guess the question was about on the same account, multiple servers, though, right? I'm not going to do it, Griff Fan Club USA. I am not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I just thought that was interesting. Thought I would share it. Okay. Over on Hero Wars Facebook and web, we've got this Orion. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. We've got this Orion Ascension increase, and I knew about this before it was published, but I knew that the improved skills were not going to dramatically impact how you use Orion. So we have 2 abilities here, and Antimatter Blast is his, let's pull this up here. There we go. Antimatter Blast is his blue ability, okay? This hits the nearest enemy and stuns them for 4 seconds. And then the Ascension skill stuns 2 more enemies. Stuns 2 more enemies. So the first thing that I want to think about is, can I use Biscuit on this guy? And I don't think that I can. I don't think you can. Oh, you can use Biscuit. So you can use Biscuit with Orion and potentially use him as kind of an ode stripper. That's something. Hitting 3 targets, stunning 3 of them. That's could, I guess. You know, having Mara on him would, extends the main stun up to 8 seconds or 12 seconds, whatever it is. And then this right here extends it to like 3 seconds. That's kind of a low tier Kark on cooldown. That's kind of cool. That's something. You know, stunning the first position, the second and third position heroes with a magic attack is actually really nice. The thing that kind of makes Kark not so great right now, there's several things. But Kark's ultimate ability does no damage. He just lands 3 stuns on 3 heroes, and then the other skill that causes damage when enemies are knocked into the air, that causes the physical damage, and that creates the dodge effect, which is counterproductive. You know, dodge heroes want to get dodged, especially they want to dodge huge chunks of damage like that, because if you dodge a Kark knock up, you save yourself so much damage, and you get so much extra energy from that being converted to energy. Prefer Merlin or Axel? Oh yeah, certainly, Jiv, certainly. I'm just exploring different options. And then Total Destruction. This is modifying his ultimate ability, right? Let's go back to him. Total Destruction is his ultimate. It fires 6 missiles at the enemies with the highest health. Whenever an enemy is stunned or slowed, they receive a mark. And then whenever you use an ult, whenever he uses his ult, which he uses his ult a lot, Orion launches an additional rocket at the marked targets. So this is actually something interesting, because the one thing that Orion has going for him is this full charge ability, allowing all of his abilities to do extra energy every time they use an ability. He gains extra energy, right? And it's a lot. So he ults very frequently. He ults very frequently like a dodge hero would ult a lot, right? Use Biscuit on Orion for move Sebastian Aura against Zhu Sebastian teams. Okay, cool. Yeah, so if he has a bunch of stunned enemies, and then of course the slow for the backline. Right? He slows the backline, and then he stuns the first position and then the 2 enemies behind him. Right? The way that this reads is that all five of those heroes, the entire backline and then the front 3, whatever that ends up looking like, they all get a mark. Now those marks can be removed with Sebastian. Sebastian can remove Foxfire marks. Sebastian can remove water marks, right? So Sebastian can remove them, but you're adding all of these marks. Right? You might not even need Biscuit. Like, you might not even need to have an Ode Stripper, Biscuit as an Ode Stripper on this guy, because he's adding so many of these marks. It's a lot for Sebastian to keep up with. And then whenever he does ult, and he ults frequently, he's going to be sending more and more missiles. So the first time he ults, he might send out 6 missiles. The second time he ults, he might send out 11 missiles, right? 1 for every enemy that gets marked, that gets slowed or stunned, and then therefore marked. And then the additional the 6 that he would send out normally, right? But then, not only that, he is getting a little bit of skill adjustments as well. His stun ability is going to happen faster and happen more often, right? It's going to happen earlier in the fight, so the stun effect is going to go off earlier in the fight, and it's going to happen more frequently. Higher damage output from this ability. Just overall higher damage output. And then finally, his slow effects to the backline is being increased as well. All right. So a lot of people were hoping that this was going to some way counter Isaac. Somebody going to counter Isaac. And obviously that's not going to be the case. It reads like they can have multiple marks. Whenever an enemy is stunned or slowed, they receive a mark. The mark is applied even if the stun or slow has been blocked. The marks themselves are not removed or prevented by these effects, and only one mark can be applied. Yeah, it says only one mark can be applied at a time. But it says right here, the marks cannot be removed or prevented by these effects. So can Sebastian and Celeste not remove the Orion marks, for the lack of a better term? Yeah. So Polly T is absolutely right. Polly T says, if anything, he'll charge Isaac up even faster with the bouncing missiles on the next two heroes. And this is really the big problem. And, you know, I kind of touched on this earlier this week. Orion is a fantastic damage dealer. Very, very, very strong. Very strong. A well-rounded. He comes with his own magic penetration. If you give him good heals, just like you give a weak damage dealer elsewhere good heals, like Kira with Dorian, with Iris with Dorian, with Heidi with Dorian. You know, Orion with Dorian, keeping him alive, the amount of damage he puts out. You're not going to see Isaac on defense every time. But you're going to see him a lot. Polaris, Orion, I was reading a comment. Orion is not the first damage dealer that you level. He's not. He's another damage dealer that you add to your team. And he fits into a lot of teams. He fits into many, many, many teams. I would fit him in with any team with Aurora, any team with really any magic damage, honestly. Any hero that does magic-based damage, not pure damage, not physical, I could add Orion to. So one of the teams that I would love to try, and by the way, his Ascension skills are not here yet, so we can't do max testing yet. As soon as they show up in here in-game in a couple of days, we'll be able to do some max testing with them. But man, I'm thinking about like, and this might be a little overkill, but I'm thinking about something like Aurora with Jorgen, and this is on offense, obviously. We could do like Celeste, Orion, Orion, and then you could do a control hero like Leon. Wherever my waifu is. I don't even know. Here we go. This is a team similar to one that I used to run a little while ago. The damage output that he puts out, I don't know, you know, don't pay too much attention to the pets. Orion spamming magic penetration for this whole team. Magic damage with pure damage, I guess. Magic damage, magic damage, magic damage. I would say actually not Leon. Whenever an enemy is stunned or slowed. So you know what you could do? You could put a stunner in here. No one better than Arachne. You could put Laura in here. Laura does a ton of stuns. Who else slows? Fox? Who else can slow? Orion and Judge will be teammates. Kai would be good. Yeah, Kai doesn't... Let's see. Let's take a look at Kai. So he does... It's magic damage. Magic damage. Pure damage. He doesn't stun or slow, though. But one of Kai's problems... is he doesn't have any magic penetration. So, yeah, that could be one. I think that... You know, I think you could just use Helios with them. Helios doesn't really play into the stun and control, the stun and slow kind of thing. But Helios, you know, classically does go well with Orion. Spheres protecting... Yeah, I don't know. Chaba can slow. Darkstar can slow. Judge will stun. Judge could be huge. shield on an allied hero closest to the other enemies. You don't really want Judge on your tank, though, so maybe not Aurora. Yeah, his Ascension abilities add a ton of stuns, though. That could be it. The thing is, though, is like... Kai is a penetration weapon? Does he? It's been so long since I've used Kai. No, it's magic attack. No. You probably don't want to lean into the stun slow for the additional healer, the additional damage dealer, because Orion himself is going to be adding enough marks. Right? If we look at the way that this is worded, the marks, let's see, only one mark can be applied to an opponent at a time. The question that I have is, are the marks used up? Do they stay on there for the duration of the fight? Do the marks stay on for the duration of the fight, or do they get used up, right, when they get hit by a missile? Because chances are, between Antimatter Blast and the Magnetic Field, chances are he's going to hit the whole team with the mark anyway. So maybe you don't need another stun. You don't need another slow hero. You just go into it with, let's see, like Aurora, like I said. Aurora, of course. Orion. Jorgen. Celeste. And then maybe you just flex the 5th position. Peppy. Can Arachne Mara stun lock? Maybe. You'd have to do it quick. We'll definitely try it, Ben Little. We'll definitely try it. I don't know. It seems like Arachne is good anywhere. But I think you do these 4. Obviously, don't attack Isaac teams. You probably bring somebody to counter Iris. You probably bring somebody to flex in to counter Amira. You probably bring somebody in to counter, maybe Helios is out of the box. You use Helios. Armor artifact with the dodge artifacts. I mean, that's a lot of magic damage. I don't know. You think you need Polaris or Arachne? Maybe better Polaris. Orion alone would not stun enough. Only once. Well, the point, Faden, is that he only needs to stun to apply the mark. Once the mark is on there, his damage output goes through the roof. That's what I'm thinking. Peppy counters Iris. Does he? Cheat. Peppy? A use for Peppy in 2024? Huh, let's see. Let's take a look at Peppy. This is why I like to do stuff like this live with you guys, because you guys you think out of the box in ways that I don't. Deals damage to each enemy in front of herself, stunning, blinding, or slowing them. Casts a shield on an ally. Good with Aurora, good with Cleaver. Casts a beam that damages and stuns the nearest rival for 3 seconds. Has a chance to... I don't know how does this counter... Is it the Boldness Shield? The Boldness Shield, is this what counters Iris, I guess? I don't know. Yeah. RPG Holic says the mark amplified damage. I'll have to see next week if my damage to Osh goes up. So the question is going to be, can you slow or stun Osh so that a mark will be applied? Yeah, Chorus as a team pet is good. So is Sebastian. Yeah. Peppy's magic defense doesn't save you versus Iris at all, though. Iris doesn't actually do any magic damage. The Amira Heidi meta is wrecked by Orion Polaris. That's cool. Boldness protects Iris, or protects from Iris because of the Ascension skills. An ally affected by Boldness gets 25 less magic. I don't know how this affects Iris, though, because Iris does pure damage. You can use Aurora, Celeste, Orion, Sebastian versus Isaac teams. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's the thing, is we're going to have to train this a lot. We're going to have to try it out a lot, and specifically try and get it against some Isaac teams. What it really boils down to, though, with any of these situations, we have to decide. We have to decide for ourselves individually. Is this hero going to be good for my account? Do I love Orion? Do I like the look of Orion? Do I really like the animations and how he interacts with my team, with my account? If the answer is yes, you should be leveling Orion anyway, right? The question on should you level them, and I mean you as in all of you individually, including myself, is do I have a use for him? Do I have a use? Now, there are uses for Orion, but do I have a use specifically for him? And will that require me leveling up 2 to 3 other heroes that maybe I wasn't planning on leveling up? A lot of you had mentioned Judge. I don't plan on leveling up Judge in the near future. So Orion Judge isn't going to work for me. Orion Polaris, though, Orion Polaris, if that's wrecking Amira Heidi teams, I prefer to level the counter than the meta. Unfortunately, I already have Amira and Heidi already built up pretty heavily. Actually, they're both maxed. I'm already... I would love to build the counter to Heidi Amira. That would be something to consider there. If Orion Polaris is the Heidi Amira counter to end all be all, then yeah. But we'll have to play with it a little bit. And obviously, if you see more Isaacs than anything in your arena, then Orion is going to be weaker for you than anything else. I don't know. Corvus, Orion, Polaris. Julius will work with Orion. Yep. Sure will. Sure will. We'll have to play with it next week, guys. Next week. Okay. Hugh Moore. Hugh Moore, you have 60 seconds. Hugh Moore. Maybe the speed up. The speed up is what you would use it for. Web player, nice. Okay. All right. Let's try another one. Viking. Oh man. Viking, are you here? Okay, all right. RPG Holic. It's team. Everything you're considered. Is the second time for Viking? Yeah, he was drawn last week. Facebook player, nice. Okay. Merrick. Man, we got a lot of duplicate winners. Merrick, are you here? Yep, I got you. Okay. And Scottish Man in Blue. I think that this is the second time that we've drawn your name, Scottish Man in Blue, but I don't think you were here the last time. Scottish Man in Blue, I don't think you were here last time. You're here now, though. Oh, man. Mobile player. Nice. Okay. Okay. So just to make sure... Oh, man, I forgot to skip. Rigged. Sorry, Pai Mei. Sorry. Schedule to be drawn. Am I doing something wrong? Besides, Robert, I would love it if you won. I wish that you did. I just, can't make it happen. Can't force it to happen. Let's do our Osh fight real quick, and then we gotta wrap it up. I gotta go and get the guild going. Gotta get the dungeon grinding going. Let's go. Healing, Keepers, Astral, Insomnia. Let's go with Chosen, Immortal, Stellar Tank, Willpower. Let's do Dreamer's Rets, and then we'll do Nightmare Energy. Okay. Has my guild defeated the 160 twice? By the way, did you guys see? You know what? I'm not even gonna say whose it is. Just one 160 down, huh? We're gonna go ahead and kill the second 160 right here. There was a video published today that it's blatant. It's so blatant that it bothers me. It's so obvious what's happening in this video. It makes me sick. Corvus, Celeste, Heidi, Thea, Aiden. Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. It's so blatant. Three players in a row. Three players in a row. Something like 4 billion damage. Three players in a row. What are the odds that you can get a critical hit on 2 out of 3 attacks? 3 players in a row. Like, what are the odds? How much critical hit does Sebastian actually give against Osh 160? Like, what? Like, what? Like, I get that you want the views, but why would you share that? Maybe it is just luck. And you know what? That's what it was. It was absolutely just luck. It was just incredible luck. It was just incredible luck. Jealousy will get me nowhere. Oh, I'm not jealous. I could care less. I'm worried. I don't understand why people would publish stuff like that, though. Like I know that we're not going to be on that level. We'll never will be. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Let's try this team. We were able to get the 160 down there. Let's grab these rewards, and then let's try this team that Jiv suggested from Ganji. I don't know who's Ganji. Is that a YouTuber? I'm not familiar with Ganji. But I don't know the names. I don't know the names of all the individual YouTubers. I know what their channels are called, but let's see. Corvus, Celeste, Heidi, Thea, Aiden. Oh, I don't have Thea leveled up, but that's okay. Heidi, Aiden, Thea. I can't imagine that I'm gonna do anything with this. I'm not even gonna worry about it because I'm still so low. He was the first player that came up with the corny team. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah. My Aiden is still pretty weak. No hope there. Still 3 million. It's not bad. Pet is wrong. Oh, well. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. All right. Well, I hate to do it, but I got to go. I got stuff to do. This weekend, guys, be safe. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Sir Turbo, yeah. The screenshots from his videos are being shared in private chats a lot. I promise you. Stay out of the hospital, stay out of the newspaper, and stay out of jail. Yeah. But if you do find yourself in jail, establish dominance quickly. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.